Okay.
TOR.
So TOD is to set this.
Yep.
The
TOR.
second press is TOR.
That's your time of day, or time of recharge.
Recharge. Okay.
And that says 2 o'clock,
It does.
or yeah, 2 a.m.
2 a.m.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I'm hoping everybody's in bed at
Sure,
that time.
sure.
That way
Yeah,
nobody's
exactly.
using
That's
the
why I
phone.
don't want to tinker with
Sure.
the 1 hour thing. That's just that.
Press your status button again. It should say TCB.
Does say TCB.
That's your time clock backup. Now you're on a meter, and if something would go wrong with the meter, that's what the time clock backup's for.
Sure.
Okay.
So we give a regeneration.
It says 2.
That's 2 days between regenerations.
1
Okay.
day.
So you want
Press
to lower
negative.
Yep.
1 day.
Yep. Okay.
And then press status
Your
again.
status again, and it should
Okay.
say sleep.
SLP. SLEP.
Yep. Now, technically, that one's used overseas, but that also controls how much salt you're going to use.
Okay, so that says 12.
Yep. And being
So
that you're
what
on,
does that mean?
that's how much it's set up to use 12 pounds of salt every time it regenerates.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that enough for our house?
With, I haven't tested the water yet. I just came in.
It's not.
So,
Yeah.
with the amount of iron that you might have,
It's all
and-
the way to the, because we bought test strips and we tested.
okay.
It's
Well,
full.
I've got
Yeah.
test strips and everything. We'll test it.
Okay.
I'm going to guess that's pretty close.
Okay.
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 You put together the hardness in the iron and you calculate
Okay.
it. For every 1 part of iron, it's 3 grains of hardness. So you calculate that out, and then there's a formula to
That's
figure out how
fine.
much
I
salt
don't
you
need to know that. Okay, so that's
Press,
set at
press
12.
your status button again. It says BUU.
BUU.
That's actually backwash. Okay. And that's going to run for 10 minutes. Now, the reason it's on 10 minutes, because you're on well water, your pressure goes up and down. It's not steady and constant.
Like the city
So
water.
it has to run, it has to run a little bit longer.
Okay.
City water, I tell you, somewhere between 5 and 7.
Sure.
Well water, I always go 10 minutes.
Okay.
And what that does, water runs backwards through the tank and
Right.
lifts the mineral bed up and separates the mineral. Same as the agitator in a washing machine.
Okay.
Okay? Just fluffs up the mineral bed.
Okay.
Press your status button again. It should say BR.
And it says 70.
That's 70 minutes.
And
Okay?
that is,
20 minutes worth of drawing the water out of here,
uh-huh.
putting it into here.
Okay.
The rest of the time is to rinse out the salt we just put in here.
I see.
It actually regenerates, knocks the calcium, magnesium, lime, iron
Okay.
off of the mineral bed in here.
Okay.
And so some sodium does stick to it.
Okay.
I can't get rid of it all, or otherwise you'd be back
We
in
don't
hard
expect
water.
it.
Okay?
Uh-huh.
Exactly.
Status
So-
again?
Yes, ma'am.
CAPG.
G. Cap G. That runs your meter. Okay? When the meter counts 600 or 500 gallons, it'll tell it to turn on. As long as it's working.
Sure.
Okay?
Okay.
But with your time clock back up so low, it's going to kick it on first. Because
Okay.
unless you guys are going through an enormous amount of water, you're not going to get to that 500 gallons in 2
That's
days.
fine.
Average person, 75 gallons a day.
Okay.
Okay? So that's where we're at. Your next screen, press your status button again.
Blank.
That's the blank screen. That's my service screen. Now, what I would like for you to do, and we can check all this, right now the water's not going to come through here very well at all
Okay.
because that valve
Okay.
closed. Okay? So once we get that fixed, then this is going to take off and
Okay.
work for you, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
But we can go through different things. Press your down button, your minus button. What's it say?
FLO.
That's flow. If you ever want to check your meter to see if it's working, you can go there, turn on the water. Remember I had you run the water?
Sure.
That's what I was looking at. Is the meter counting gallons? Right now it's counting very few because your crossover
Okay.
valves.
All right. Okay.
But it is counting, so it's
Okay.
working. Press your status button again.
6 time. It's back to time.
Okay.
6:48.
Let's go back to the blank screen. Tell me when we get to the blank one.
Okay. Not yet. Not yet. Yes.
Flow.
FLO. 0.00. 0.0. Gallon R.
That's gallons remaining.
454.
This virtually has
So
had no
we
water
have-
going through it
Well, that's because
because this valve's not working. Okay?
so it's not using it at all.
Your water's cutting across here
So it's just going
instead of
to-
going to
That's
here.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So now, see, now we know because when he told whoever my housekeeper, she had no clue.
Exactly.
So we're thinking we have to change all three.
No.
Now we only have to change this.
Realistically, yeah, cut that out and cap it on each side and you'll be fine.
Okay.
But with your plumber and how tight it is,
Yeah.
it's going to be easier for him just to cut out all three of them, just bring the line out, connect on to
Yeah,
it.
I mean, that's different, but at
Yeah.
least we know that
Exactly.
what is working and what's not working.
Exactly.
Okay.
Now, are we back on the time again?
No.
Okay.
Status?
No, press your minus button.
14 day,
Yeah, now, what's it say?
7.
It's regenerated 7 times in 14 days.
I can't hear it, so I know
Well,
it hasn't.
And,
But like you said,
but
so the water
that's
isn't
what the
coming
circuit
in.
board is.
But
Because,
if
but
it
because
doesn't,
we're on a time clock back.
so why does it kick on every?
So let me explain something to you.
So some
Do
days
you-
it's
do
working
you-
and sometimes it's
no,
not coming
no.
on.
Do you remember there's a pulseless electrical arrhythmia?
Yeah, I
Which
mean,
means the electrical part of the heart is working, but heart is not really pumping.
I understand.
So
So
same way the water is not regenerating because it's just getting bypassed over there.
Actually, the timer's telling it to kick on,
Yeah,
regardless.
regardless.
It's-
so why is it not kicking? Because it kicks on
Because
at some
from there
times.
or from
No,
there.
no, no, no. The timer's going to make this run anyway.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what I'm saying. I don't hear
Yeah.
it every time.
Well, I'm going to tell you that's probably because you're getting used to it.
Or
Because
maybe, but some days I sleep really deep and some days I don't. I guess.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I'm not saying you might not hear it. You may
Okay.
not hear it every time.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
according to the timer here, in 14 days, it's run. You said how many times?
It says 7.
Okay.
If it's set
So
for every
that's
third
every
day,
other yeah.
but it was set for every third day.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, okay, that's fine. Well, I'm sure once it starts working, I'll be really
Sure.
happy.
Well, then you're going to want to come in here and change it because
Sure.
you're
we
going to
might
find
be
out.
getting too much
Yes,
soft
you're
water.
going to have too much soft water.
That's fine.
And
Okay.
you want to stretch it out a little
Okay.
bit.
So now
Yeah.
Press
Third day
your
also.
bottom button again. You're down. button.
Negative?
Yep.
day 5.
In 5 days.
One.
One time.
See, in 5 days it only ran one time.
No. That's days, not 5. That's days. When was the last time it regenerated? It just regenerated.
Oh, okay. It's
And
not
part of it's because I ran it around.
Can I press plus? Would it show
Nope.
me? Oh, okay, never mind.
Let's go through the rest, but we'll come back to it.
Negative again?
Yep.
DOTL. Total
Total regeneration.
27.
It's
What does that
regenerated 27 times since they put it in here.
Okay. I don't
Well,
believe it.
that's fine. Let's
Okay.
just
Okay.
listen to what the technical thing is.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
no, that's
Okay, negative again. FLO. We're back
You're
to
back
the
to
same
flow. Now, you want to press your up button. That's going to let you, it says H00.
H00.
You're in home. This is the one if you want to make sure it's working. This is where most of the techs will go to run it through its paces.
I
Now, I'm going
see.
to let you do it.
I
I'm
don't know
really
if I
gonna
want to do it.
No, it's
My
really
daughter
easy.
is running water in the kitchen while we are doing this. I know because she was washing.
Well,
some
I'm going to
stuff.
guess the kitchen's on hard water, the kitchen cold.
It's all on hard
Well,
water
right now, yeah. But I would guess normally with this being in here, the kitchen cold and the outsides are going to be on hard water.
But the hot water should not be cold.
On the kitchen cold, it will be.
But not the hot water. The
No,
hot
that's
water
right. The
should
hot
be
water
soft.
should be soft.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Now,
so
we
now
can walk
what?
it around. It won't interfere with her using water.
Okay, that's
but
fine.
Then you'll know how to do it if you want
Okay.
to. Press and hold your regen button.
Oh, I've seen them do it.
REG shows up in the window over there.
Yeah, it's
Okay. Hear the motor turn? Now you
Yeah.
can let it go. It should come up
1-10. Okay.
Gotta give it a second to run. Okay.
So like when it's running,
This
the
is what
water
it
is
does at 2
supposed
o'clock
to
in
be
the morning.
going in there.
Yes, it is.
But what is happening is instead of going in here, it's going through here.
No, because this is calling for water, that water's actually going through here.
Okay.
Okay? But it stops right here. It doesn't go back in. It won't go back to this line here.
Okay.
Because my unit's right here, it's calling for water. That's as far as it's going.
Okay.
Press your plus button.
2-17.
Yep. Now,
Okay,
it
that's
gotta
going
let
through
go.
the paces.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it's doing. It's going through those paces.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Now, what we should have here is a vacuum on this unit. Okay. That means it's drawn the brine out of this tank.
Yeah.
And to find out, and I'll show you a real quick easy way to do it. See the little gray stem?
Yes.
If you pull up on it, hear it changing pitches.
change.
That's right.
Okay.
Because I'm restricting the water going from here to there.
I see.
Okay. So.
So right now it's going.
Yeah, it's drawing the water out of here, putting it into here.
Can I touch it?
Yeah. Feel the vibration?
Yeah.
If you pull it up a little harder, you'll hear it change flow. Hear it change the flow?
I see it. And you can actually see some
Yeah,
bubbles.
exactly. So let's
Okay.
press your plus button one more time. Now, cycle 3, that's,
10. Yeah.
you don't have a cycle 3 there.
No.
Okay? This is part of the regeneration cycle. It's doing a final rinse. That's why it picked up
I see.
speed going to the drain.
Okay.
And at the very end, it puts water back into the salt tank.
I see.
Okay, to dissolve the salt.
Okay.
Okay, and it smells like there's still some iron out in here. So I'm not going to put any in there because I don't want to put too much in there.
Plus again.
Yes, ma'am. If you would.
H00.
You're back to home.
Okay.
Now, I do have one thing I do want to fix on this.
Oh,
And-
okay, yeah.
Only
this
because-
was stuck for a while.
And that will be, if you don't use it, the O-ring's in there will seat. All you got to do is twist it a little bit
Okay.
to the right, and then you can push it over.
Gotcha.
If you notice, this pin right here, there's a pin back here,
Yeah.
is not, it should be coming out through the bottom of this plate, and it's not.
So,
So I don't want to leak or anything. I'm going to go grab my tools.
Gotcha.
We'll tap that down in
oh,
there.
okay. I see what you're
And then what I'll do is I'll run it around to its refill cycle. I want to test the water coming out of this.
Okay.
Sure.
That should tell me what's going on in this tank, because
Okay.
this is supposed to fill with soft water.
Okay.
Okay? These are yours.
Okay, thank you.
Okay? So let me do a few